down by 19 at one point, but were led back by the King. LeBron scored 29 points with 11 rebounds, 6 assists. Brandon Ingram added 27 points, 13 rebounds. The Lakers got a much-needed win and are now 2.5 games back of the 8th seed. We're joined by our friend Michael Rappaport, host of the I Am Rappaport Stereo podcast.
Yeah.
Now, you were here yesterday, Michael, and I'm not so
What
sure
did I say?
you were feeling confident about the Lakers.
No, I wasn't.
By the way, you know that laugh, that derisive laugh? You deserve it today.
Oh, yes.
Can you do that? Let me hear
I don't know. You can't do it anymore. Okay.
It's so genuine.
I know.
Listen, I thought the Lakers were going to get smacked around.
Yeah.
I thought James Harden was going to pull off a cool 60. They didn't.
Yep.
The Lakers got themselves a nice giveaway win. LeBron played well, but more importantly, Luke Walton, the head coach, the much berated, maligned coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, he had them ready to play. He should get credit when they win, just like he gets beat up every single time they lose.
I don't know if they were ready out the gate. Remember, they were down by 19.
Well, then I
right?
think his halftime speech must have got them ready and tightened them up. They played well defensively. Kyle Kuzma is a tiger.
He is.
He's a tiger. He don't need any batteries in the back. He comes to play. He shoots the ball. He'll take it to the rack. He'll dunk on you. When they get out and run, they're at their best. If not, they're average. How long will this last? But more importantly, the Houston Rockets showed how vulnerable they are on the court and mentally. I mean, listen, they live and die by the three or the layup. They shot 6 of 22 at one point. They only had 2 free throws in the second half. I know you guys have talked about the officiating, and James Harden has talked about the officiating. So the Rockets, in my opinion, they gave the game away. Luke Walton had the Lakers ready to play. I was wrong on my prediction, and they still have the Sacramento Kings are coming. They gave away a game, and I think it's a learning curve last night in Golden State versus Golden State, and it's one win. They got plenty more they need to do, and we'll see if LeBron James can stay activated and keep this team, keep it together. Because now he loves them. A week ago, things weren't so sweet. Things were not so sweet a week ago.
I love my squad.
Oh, yeah.
On after the game. Yeah.
But
I'm happy with who we got, said LeBron.
Yeah.
Really?
People just always overreact. You notice, even to one game in the NBA. When we talked about them, and I've said they won't make the playoffs, did I say they were going to lose all 25 games or they weren't going to beat a good team? I never said that. I just think that when you look at the schedule long term, and if you get Brandon Ingram like last night, then you're going to have a really good shot if he's playing at that caliber and at that level. That was just an average LeBron game. There was nothing special.
It wasn't activated.
You know what I mean? I mean, he had 29, and he played fine.
He was deactivated in the first half, activated
In the second half.
Yeah.
No, but it wasn't like he put the league on notice.
No.
If he would have run over the Rockets and scored 50 points, and the Rockets
or a cool 60.
a cool 60, and they had no shot,
Cool 60.
then maybe I might say, wow, LeBron put the league on notice.
Yeah.
I didn't get that last night. LeBron had help. And the problem I've had with this team is I don't like the help because they're not consistent, because they've lost games to lower, inferior competition and stuff. So that's what makes me leery that are they going to win the easy games for sure that are on the schedule at New Orleans, at Memphis, and then a home game against New Orleans. They have to win all 3. Are they going to do that, or are they going to have a stinker or two?
No, I don't think so.
And that's the problem.
So I said they would beat the Houston Rockets last night because I don't trust the Houston Rockets. They should have beaten them in that brawl game that, disintegrated into the spit game. It was a spit game, right? They should have won that game. LeBron did not close that deal when it was on a silver platter for him. Then without LeBron, they should have won in overtime at Houston. It should have even gone to Houston. I don't trust the Rockets psychologically. There's a mental deficiency, a weakness there where they don't have mental toughness. They went into the game thinking Scott Foster was going to job and rob them. He was going to get them in the end. They're up 19, and they fall completely apart. They shoot 3 for 18 from 3 over the last, quarter and a half of the game. We've seen it happen. We've seen it happen. So was I shocked by this? No. Do I think they're going to make the playoffs? I definitely do. Back to Kyle Kuzma. If I can mix metaphors, he is a tiger with that dog in him because he's got cold blood, man.
He's fearless.
Yeah.
Nothing.
LeBron got after him on the bench. It didn't bother me because LeBron does this often, and maybe Kuzma deserved it because Kuzma's mind can wander on defense occasionally. And you know what? He listened and he took it and he went right back and kept doing what he does. He didn't go into his shell. He didn't shrink. And when they were down 19, Chris Paul hit a 3 with 6:57 left in the third quarter. They're down 19 at that point. They go on a 23-11 run to close the third quarter, and Kyle Kuzma scored 11 of the 23 points. That's Tiger Dog.
Yep.
That's where you just say, no, I'm not going to let you do it to us in our house. And all of a sudden, it's a 7-point game in the fourth quarter, and Houston's looking for whistles. They live on whistles. They're the James Harden, most protected superstar, I think, in the history of the league. I've never seen anything like it.
How many years have you covered the NBA? When did you start covering the NBA?
Here, the Lakers in 76.
Okay, so 1976.
Wow.
Do you remember a time where a team got no free throws in the final 20 minutes of a game?
I'm sure it has happened, but
you know what I
not
mean.
in recent memory. Again, and the Lakers actually won the game, ironically, at the free throw line, and they're a poor free throw shooting
One of the
team.
worst.
But they won it in the fourth quarter because they won 10-0 at the free throw line in the fourth quarter, and that was basically the difference in the game.
They won by 5.
I will give you that. But in part, it's because the Rockets are just begging for what? And again, James had 3 foul calls on him in the first quarter, and I thought all 3 were legit. And to your point, they usually don't get called on him. Usually the refs, I don't know why. I don't know what he does to get protection from the referees because I don't love the way he plays. He can be selfish. He can be a ball hog.
But normally during the regular season, they sign off on the way he plays.
I don't know why.
And then in the playoffs, they start blowing whistles, and that's why usually he can't do the same thing.
I think people are starting to zero in on him with the Steph bringing it up, people complaining, the Instagram videos. You know, these referees, we don't see them on Instagram. I think it's some sort of, they hide as they should, but they follow it. They see it. They follow all the websites. They listen to the show, and they know that people have been complaining. And I think, listen, James Harden, he had a 30-point game, which we take for granted. He didn't play great, but I think the defenders, the good defenders, are starting to figure out ways to possibly slow him down in moments.
Agree.
They're stepping out on his step back, but he's still going to light you up. But listen, I predicted they were going to lose. I also came here and predicted that the Lakers are going to make the playoffs, and it was a good win. They got a lot of work to go, and that activation battery. Listen, batteries run out. You know, D batteries, C batteries, AAA batteries, AA batteries, and we're sitting here in February.
I think he's down to AAA batteries.
Yeah, he's
that where he is?
Yeah, I think he might have like 4 of them, but you know.
I just think there's, but you can't remember that LeBron's involved. Had they lost, nobody would have said the season was over. They'd say, I still believe, and they could still bounce back because look at the schedule coming up. So it was one of those games. Is it a good win?
It's a good win.
Absolutely, it's a good win. I'm not going to poo-poo it. I'm not going to act like it didn't matter because it would have made their jobs tougher had they lost. But the season's not lost. And in the last 24 now, they're going to win some games, against some good teams. It's not impossible that they won't. But I'm not convinced today more than I was yesterday that they're going to make the playoffs because they beat Houston, where Houston got 0 free throws in the last 20 minutes.
And had they had lost last night, we would be talking about, and somebody would be talking about, cut Luke Walton's head off. So when does he get credit?
I wouldn't go that far, but maybe fire him.
No, but that's what they say. Well, the king, what do? Kings like to, I'm just saying, theoretically.
Right.
But I mean, I think they played well. They stepped up. They got 2 good charges to help them with the game. And I think that was also game plan and defensive playing by the coach.
So the bottom line for me in this game was LeBron James has, throughout his career, been such a liability at the late game free throw line that the highlight of the game for me was LeBron went to the line with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left. Not 2 minutes or 1 minute or 30 seconds left, 4:15 left, and made the 2 free throws that put them ahead for the first time.
Yes.
Okay? And I was like, way to go.
Sure.
You know, like you stepped up and made those two.
Because you remember earlier in the game, he missed 2.
Well, and it's easy at home. On the road, they say things like LeBron will trade you and stuff like that. So at home, they're quiet, so it's easier. But on the road, we'll see what he does.
The Lakers won a game at the free throw line.
Yeah.
Who
Hey, that's
knew?
a first. We
I
haven't
know.
said that much
No,
this year. I'm
we
glad you
haven't
can both
ever said that.
acknowledge that it was a good win.
It's a good win.
No doubt about it.
I appreciate that. All right.
I'm the most fair reporter out there, right,
Yeah.
Skip?
I'm very fair. I'm very biased.
Fair. Did Anthony Davis reveal to the world that he is coming to LA?
Ooh, this
We'll
will
tell
be
you the
good.
details next.